That's life, that's what people say. You can be flying high in April, shot down in May. I ain't gonna let it get me down, as long as this big old world keeps us spinning round. Don't you know that's life? Hey baby, yeah, that's what people say. They be flying high in April, shot down in May. I ain't gonna let it get me down, as long as this big old world keeps us spinning round. I've been a puppet, a pirate, a pauper, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and around. I learned one thing each time I find myself falling flat on my face. I just pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. Hey baby, funny how it may seem, I've seen people get their kicks stomping on a dream. I ain't gonna let it get me down,
Hey, everybody. Coffee with Curmudgeons. I'm Doc Normal. I had some shtick about that earlier, but I decided not to do it because I'm back. So we'll just get right to it. Right to it means getting right to Jason Allen.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, it's Friday. Hello there.
Yeah, I was going to do something dumb.
Yeah.
I was going to get... I was going to see if we could get beards,
Ooh,
fake beards.
Yeah.
And I was going to wear the big fake beard.
Oh.
And then I needed you to wear like a brown, black beard.
Everyone's like, hey, Martha, come here. ZZ Top's on the air.
No, it was going to be, I was going to do the hi, I'm David Letterman and my next guest.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And then it would be James Harden, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. It already has been done on David Letterman's show.
Oh.
Because I watched, I think he had the last one in the series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The last one of his shows. And his last guest, I think, was Howard Stern.
Okay.
And so that's what Howard Stern actually did. He came out in a Santa beard and made fun of David Letterman, which was like good because that needs to happen. So anyway.
Well, if
that was going to be the thing.
Thinking of
I've got better things.
Alternatives?
Yes.
I got an idea. I can wear a wig, and you can give me a pack of cigarettes, and I can get out my cell phone and stuff, and I can be Roseanne if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she was looking disheveled.
Disheveled, yes.
No, I found this thing and I sent it to you.
Today's word of the day is disheveled.
No, it's not disheveled.
Oh.
What is it? It's
disheveled.
Disheveled.
Yes.
I know. I'm just gonna keep driving that truck into the ground.
Let's start our own vernacular. People are gonna say disheveled. It's gonna become a thing. Next thing you know, it's gonna be on.
It already is.
There you go.
At least in my mind. So yeah. So so there was a picture of her.
Yes.
And what was I have it on my phone, right? See, because we still don't have quite the phone sharing thing. We're still working on that.
Yeah.
But what I sent it to you, and it was the headline was not that one. The headline was Roseanne Barr appears disheveled in first sighting since racist tweet and show cancellation. And there's a picture of her on the phone smoking a cigarette. And I said, right there, our word of the day.
Right. Yeah.
The coffee with curmudgeons.
Oh, yeah. She and in the picture, she looks like, the title of that picture should be The Morning After. Because she looks like she's got, on a hangover.
She was disheveled. They couldn't reach the whatever.
Right.
The trash bin at Target. I want that.
Can you get that for me?
Can you get the that laundry basket up there?
I want that 24-pack of Charmin. Can you reach up there? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's why I just was like, look, there it is. You have to watch last week's show. We talked about this.
Right.
That word. And we're not on Periscope because it's being crappy. This is the second time of the big stream.
The big stream. That's what we're gonna call it. The big stream.
Yeah. Ooh.
The big stream. Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, we need some motion graphics.
Yes.
Like they do with the NBA or the Super Bowl, with the motion graphics. The big stream. Oh, wait.
Oh, I love it.
You didn't do it. Wait. Which one is it?
I love it. Here we go. The big stream.
Perfect.
Yeah. We'll do that like once an hour.
Yeah. With the 3D.
Yeah.
And the music. Always drums.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I love it. It's like action news.
The big stream.
And then we can have typewriters in the background.
I actually, we have all that stuff I have on my laptop here.
Yes.
I just don't have everything all set up. It's just a matter of being able to do stuff live. It's like, do you have everything? It's like, it's like when you're a drummer and it's like, do you have this drum idea? It's like, I do at home.
Yeah.
Not here while we're playing on the gig.
Yeah, I'm not ready to do that drum fill. I'll do it next week.
Yeah.
But right, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So the big stream,
the big stream.
So we've been early on. We were on Periscope, but I promised not to talk about the tech stuff.
Okay.
But we're not on Periscope right now because of I know why.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't like what we're sending it because it's too much too soon. Much like what your wife or girlfriend says. Too much. Too soon.
Too much too soon.
I don't know what that means, and I regret. I regret saying that because I'm disheveled.
Disheveled. No, I'm starting to think that maybe Periscope is a high maintenance girlfriend. Because she seems to have, you know, a lot of, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You need to make it perfect.
Otherwise, Mixer and Twitch. We should send out a tweet or something that says like Twitch or Mixer or whatever. I mean, it's just, I don't know. And then I had to take the last week.
Yeah.
I had to take the stream down last week because
a lot of stuff's going on behind the scenes.
No, I inadvertently gave out my phone number.
Oh.
That's why it was like, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Remember when we were talking about the phone? The phone works fine now. I know I hadn't, because I had it on the voicemail and I had to take it off the voicemail. Yeah. And I forgot just off the top of my head how to do that. Because, why? Because there should be a checklist to start the show, right?
Yeah.
Where's that checklist?
Pilots in the cockpit, they go through their checklist, you know, before, you know.
Yeah. So if I were a pilot, you'd be the co-pilot and you go, hey, where's the checklist? I'd be like, Jason. And you'd be like, oh, we are so screwed.
You know.
There's a reason why pilots write down checklists.
Should I start calling you Sully?
Yeah.
You know, like that guy in the pilot, you know, Sullenberg?
But you should always have a checklist. You should always have a checklist.
Yeah, but it looks even cooler if you say it's all in your head, like it's all up here.
I know, but that's what I do for this thing.
Yeah.
And there's pretty much not room for anyone else. I mean, that's the problem, right? It's like, how do I? You need to wear some underpants. How do I do that? It's like, you know.
Breathe? What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I forgot to breathe.
Yeah. I'm not a multitasker. Heck, a lot of the times I'm not even a monotasker.
No one is.
That's pretty much the wife's department.
You just learn the skill. Yeah. I mean, you don't learn it. You just do it. You have to be. I mean, I don't think people are supposed to be multitaskers. Number one, I think they've proven this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If anything, I've proven I'm just a middle-aged, overgrown, bald monkey.
No, I just think that's how we are. We're not supposed to be.
We're hardwired for
single tasking. Well, you take your focus off things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things you do, like driving is an interesting example.
Oh, sure.
I actually saw a scientist talking about this, how you're focused and you can kind of do the muscle memory thing. Yeah. But that's not necessarily, if you really think about it, that's not necessarily great, right?
Yeah.
That's not really in a big vehicle driving many miles an hour.
That's true. It's probably not ideal.
I mean, last week.
Yeah.
The Grand Prix, Monaco.
Yes.
And the Indy 500, Speedway, Indiana. Isn't that where it's held? It's not Indianapolis. I believe it's
just outside. It's now.
I think it's called Speedway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Has a name like that.
No, I think it's still called, but I think they've shortened it. It's like the Indy 500 now.
But the actual town, they actually have a little township, and I think it's actually Speedway. Wait. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
There we go. What did I call it again? Echo. What is the name of the town where the Indianapolis 500 takes place?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Wow, she's befuddled too.
Yeah. I thought it would be like, like Echo, who is buried in Grant's tomb?
Grant's tomb's dead occupants are Ulysses S. Grant and Julia Grant.
See, you didn't know the Juliet Grant part, did you?
Yes. I don't know. Let's try to shorten it. Echo. Where is the Indianapolis 500 from? I don't know.
This might answer your question.
Okay.
The Indianapolis 500 is at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indianapolis, Indiana.
So it says
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
So I always had heard.
Thanks for your feedback.
You got it, Mama.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on trucking.
We need a graphic for that. We need like the ring. We need actually, that's what we'll do. We'll just put a camera on Alexa and have like.
Yeah, we'll give her like a wig and some lipstick. It'd be cool.
Jeez. Oh my God. But I always thought it was like it wasn't actually Indianapolis proper, that they called it like Speedway, Indiana or something. I don't know. I could have been wrong.
I don't know.
But yeah, we had a lot of sports, right?
Oh yeah, NBA Finals is going on.
Yes.
Ooh, back and forth, overtime game.
Well, there was the finals last week, the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. That was exciting.
Oh yeah,
that was exciting. And then there was the motor racing.
Yep.
I didn't realize the Grand Prix and the 500 were on the same day.
I think they need to combine. There's just too much stuff going on, so I'm thinking they need to combine the Indy 500, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the running of the Bulls in Papluma all at once.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just. It's just an idea, you know. Just
I got nothing.
Well, I'm saying there's a lot of.
It'd
stuff
be like a whole bunch of bulls, a whole bunch of dumb people running from the bulls,
right?
And then look, it's a Lamborghini. You know,
it works
because the logo for the Lamborghini is a.
I mean, isn't that the plot for the next Fast and Furious movie?
No, but
okay.
It might be a plot for the next Top Gun movie.
Oh, Maverick! They're in a pit crew, Maverick.
No,
come in.
Big news! This is breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news today. Yes. Top Gun 2.
Electric.
Because they never did make a.
No.
Top Gun 2.
No.
Tom Cruise.
He's
going to be in it.
What about Val Kilmer?
He apparently. I don't know. Val's not doing so well.
How are they going to fit him in the cockpit?
I read some stuff about Val Kilmer a while recently, and it was kind of like, because we were reviewing all the good Batman films.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah.
Clooney with nipples.
Yes.
The Joel Schumacher. what I call the classics.
the anatomically correct Batman.
Well, it's Pride Batman. That's what it is. It's Pride Batman, and that's good. Yeah. It's very prideful.
Mommy, why does Batman have nipples? Put that down, boy. Put that down. Go back to the army man.
Not just any Batman. Clooney.
Yeah.
That's the one that I don't watch on the David Letterman because I'm just kind of I'm kind of Clooney fatigued. I just am. I mean, I'm just I'm Clooney fatigue.
Me too. The only
much like Star Wars fatigue. No.
Are you?
No, I'm not Star Wars fatigue. Oh, yeah. But Clooney fatigue. Yeah. Yes.
Hoy. Yeah, I'm pretty much. I have a low Clooney threshold unless he does like.
I don't hate him.
Coen Brothers movie. I'll watch that.
Or a Joel Schumacher Batman, which I really enjoyed it. I mean, I know people hate the Joel. I mean, that pretty much brought the franchise down until Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Was Batman and Robin Forever or whatever it was called, right?
Batman Forever.
And it has Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's Mr. Freeze.
Right.
And Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Is a Poison Ivy.
Yeah. She was good.
And it's just, it's fly your freak flag, Batman. You know why? Yeah. Because when you watch the movie, and I watched it with, I was watching it with a friend who had not seen those Batman movies.
Yeah.
Like, I think saw the original one, Tim Burton, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the second one, which was the Catwoman one, Tim Burton.
Yes.
But had not seen it, was like, there was like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Uma Thurman and all this stuff.
What, Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey, yes. Well, that's where
Danny DeVito?
That's where we started. And they were all on Netflix, so it was like, and she was like, perhaps I'd like to watch these further Batmans I have not. It's like, well, let's do it then. And so it was like, you haven't seen Val Kilmer as Batman?
Yeah.
You haven't seen Clooney as Batman?
No.
And so we watched them. Excellent. And the thing is like by the time, because the Kilmer, it was so popular. And here's the weird thing. Here's what happened. This is like this Joel Schumacher guy took these things over and made them. They were big budget. They were very popular. They made, Val Kilmer made a lot of money. And lots of, you always have like, go to Taco Bell and get your Batman thing, you got to have all that stuff, right?
Well, you gotta. I mean.
Carl's Jr., Robin fries.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Robin fries.
So they have those, and they're very popular.
Do they taste like the Boy Wonder? I don't know.
They're fabulous!
The Boy Wonder.
Anyway. So these movies were making so much money in the studio, and they had already green-lighted the next one. They were like, no, just go off and do the next one.
Yeah.
But the thing is they didn't ask Val Kilmer, right? And so he's like, I'm busy. I don't know. I got other things going on. So we're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, so no Val Kilmer anymore, right? So then, well, who's the next guy? Clooney. Which at the time I thought, yeah, Clooney is Batman.
He's doing ER or whatever.
That
and
works.
He's big.
He's kind of a Batman-esque sort of a dude.
Dark, yeah.
Actually,
dark,
Kilmer was the one that I was a little bit, and I like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
I like Val Kilmer a lot.
Yeah.
But the Batman one was like, I don't know, Val Kilmer, Batman, he's kind of blonde, you know?
That's yeah.
You know?
When did Bruce Wayne become a dirty blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Christian Bale, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
then the Clooney, right? And it was like, yeah, that's okay. And then they just like went crazy with it. And when you watch the movie, you go, because now people have the Christopher Nolan, people have the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You know, the first one was kind of like, oh, it's the dark Batman and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But, you know, Batman still has that Adam West
Campy.
comic book
Yeah.
vibe to it.
Comical, campy feel to it, sure.
And when you watch that last Batman, that Batman and Robin Forever or whatever, Alicia Silverstone, by the way.
Yes.
And who's Alfred in those?
Oh,
Yeah, see, I can't remember.
wasn't like Charles Napier, was it?
I don't know.
Folks, if you're out there watching
Echo?
right now,
Echo. Who played Alfred in the Batman and Robin movie? Give it a shot.
Batman and Robin are superhero characters in an American comics book published by DC Comics.
All right.
now that's not what we were looking for.
No, but that's okay. Ever since I renamed her and gave her the British accent, not so much anymore.
Folks, if you're out there watching right now and you say, "Hey, I know the answer to that," type it in, and you will win. I will send you a Tic Tac.
I'm just I want to know. It was somebody. It was like John Gielgud or something. I don't know.
Can you imagine the classic?
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Prithee, sit down.
Well, it was in Christopher Nolan. It was Michael Caine.
Oh yeah.
I love these guys. The Honest Trailers.
Mm-hmm.
They did the Christopher Nolan. And I think they were kind of. I tend to think they like Christopher Nolan. They went after Christopher Nolan, but they were apologetic about it, which I don't like it when they're apologetic about it.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing with Wes Anderson, and they're funny.
Gotcha.
And like one of the things in their Honest Trailers in the Christopher Nolan was Michael Caine crying, Michael Caine crying, Michael Caine apologizing and crying. Like in all these Christopher Nolan movies, Michael Caine shows up and he's crying about something.
Well, he's stretching his acting repertoire.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Who played Alfred? George Clooney. Because it's in poor.
Did he do his Cockney
Michael
accent?
Gow as Alfred. Michael Gow. That's him. He had that. He's. I don't know. You know why? I don't know his name, but Well, there's a picture of him on his Wikipedia of him playing Alfred Pennyworth.
Yes.
In 1992.
Michael Gow. Okay.
He died in 2011, age 94. Wiltshire, England. One of those English actors.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good. But anyway, but yeah, so the last, especially that last one is it's very much like the TV show. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like big budget TV show.
Right.
With a lot of prideful things thrown in.
Sure.
I mean, and the thing is that then you had to go down, see, this is you go down the rat hole of the internet, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then you go down and you start to read like interviews with Joel Schumacher and all that stuff. And then it was like later and it was like, he's kind of like, maybe the movies were a little gay, he's like an openly gay director. And, but it's kind of a fun popcorn movie. It's not as bad. I mean, it's like the stuff that the people are doing with the Star Wars and the Solo right now.
Yeah.
It's like, what deep meaning can I get out of Solo Star Wars story?
Yeah.
Not much. How about Chewbacca and Woody Harrelson, and
I agree.
fun ensues.
I agree. It's a face value movie where you see what you see is what you get.
Summer movie.
Yeah, don't look in for any deeper meanings into it.
You can go up and watch a few Merchant Ivory films on Netflix right now. You can go watch Howard's End if you want to, like.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
I mean, and that's fine too.
No,
I like those
I
movies
agree.
too. I like cinema. But you don't walk in. Like, you don't walk in to go see Solo, a Star Wars movie, and expect, like, Jean-Luc Godard. You know? It's just not going to happen.
No, I agree. But the cool thing about
Entertain me.
Is the 60s TV show, though, opened Batman up to kind of a whole nother genre, right? Whereas in the very early Bob Kane comics, I mean, it was a dark, brooding sort of Batman.
See, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
That's the history of Batman, because they went first... So was it the comics or the radio series?
Comics.
Okay, so it was
Bob
DC
Kane.
Comics, Bob Kane.
Yeah.
And then that morphed, I think, pretty quickly into radio serials. Because remember, folks, this was when people didn't have TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Radio was new. It was like the internet.
Yeah.
Radio was like the internet. It was like, whoa, look
right.
at this thing. It talks to me.
Right.
Right? And you only had one, and you turned it on in the living room.
What do you mean it comes out of the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's before TV.
Mm-hmm.
Movies were around. Movies were just still kind of silent movies, kind of moving into the talk. They were starting to move into the talkies.
Yeah.
But first it was the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think in the early days of radio, movies were still mostly silent.
Yeah, radio first became mainstream around 1926.
Yeah.
And so
that's all silent movies until you get into the, like,
silent movies till about 28
30s.
29.
Yeah, well, the 30s, you know.
Yeah.
When it really picks up, because, you know, it's like anything with technology. Just because, you know, you invented it, and like the internet, folks, the internet's been around since the late 60s.
Yeah.
Just because you invent it doesn't mean that everyone can.
That's what Al Gore said.
Adopt it.
Yeah.
You know, you know, so like the silent movies were still going on. There were talkies, and then they started rolling the talkies in because they built this whole infrastructure around silent films.
Yeah.
Organ, a pipe organ, a theater organ.
Yes.
Like every theater had a screen and a theater organ because that's what you listen to when you watch the movies.
Right, and Portland residents can kind of latch onto that because it reminds me of the organ grinder. Remember the old organ grinder on 82nd?
Yeah, one of these days, and I should take an opportunity next week because next week would be a good opportunity for me to do this, is to talk to some folks who do that sort of thing, like restore organs, put them in theaters, and have that whole thing down. Because, you know, it's a whole historic preservation thing.
Yeah.
Salem? Wait, is it Salem? One of the theaters, I think it's down in Salem, has one of the, or further out, or is it Eugene? It might be Eugene. Well, one of those down there has one of the original, original organs. Like, it's still, like, intact. Like, most, they got ripped out because then the talkies, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Batman was going on. They did the whole Dark Knight radio. Then they did movies, which were little short movies.
Yes.
Serials. And that was kind of the same thing. And so you're right. It was kind of dark and all that. And then it kind of got colorful in the 60s. And then we got the TV show with Adam West.
Oh, I love that.
Which was campy.
Oh, yeah.
And colorful.
Yeah.
Because in the 60s, look, not like today where we're totally, I believe a billionaire would, like, be a Dark Knight. You know, it's like, sure, why not? Way too much Marvel on the brain, folks. But at least in the 60s with the, Vietnam and civil rights and protesting going on, they were like, what is this Batman stuff? Let's make it comedy,
Let's poke fun at it a little bit. Two favorite things of Adam West Batman is the Bat Shark Repellent Spray.
Yep, that's good.
Loves me some of that. And then...
that whole scene with the shark is good.
Yeah, or when they're walking up walls sideways, and famous people always stick their
Sammy
heads
Davis.
I love it. You never know.
Hey, baby.
It's like they're all...
I think Sinatra was it. I mean, it was literally like, hey, baby, what's going on? I'm just rehearsing for a show, Batman. You want to check it out? Maybe later. We're going to go catch some bad guys. All right, baby.
I love it.
Keep it cool, you know?
Yeah. Also, when they're in the go-go thing and Adam West is out there doing the old dance and stuff, that is just, it's magical.
So the breaking news.
Breaking news.
And Adam West is not with us anymore.
No.
But there was some breaking news in some Hollywood-type, tabloid-type things on the internet that apparently Adam West and the cast got down back in the day.
Yeah?
Yeah, those go-go bat Watuzis were a Watuzi.
So it was a swinging set. Yeah.
Oh no, it was like lines of people going in and out of the trailer, and I thought I try to save this stuff.
Yeah,
I can see. I want to. I think it was Hollywood Life is a
because now
you know kind of a TMZ kind of a thing.
Yeah. My whole head is awash in all these images now. So now I'm seeing like hold on, I'm seeing Burt Ward wearing a cravat.
The story.
Maybe
okay, look.
jacket?
See, I don't have it right now. Yeah, well, I can. You know what? Be patient.
Okay. Love it. Who's your favorite Catwoman? Is it Julie Newmar or Eartha Kitt?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like a Sophie's choice.
This is June 12th, 2017. Headline in Maxim: Batman legend Adam West once had sex with 8 women in one night. Oh,
that is Batman right there.
So maybe this was not new breaking news.
Yeah.
This Decider. This actually was 2017. This was a year ago. Mm-hmm. It happened to just pop into my feed recently. This is the good one.
Yeah.
I can show you. I'm not lying, Jason.
Well, no, people were so shocked for a whole year.
I'll just
couldn't get around to
read this headline for you.
Okay.
And there's Batman and Robin. Adam West once kicked out of an orgy while pretending to be Batman.
Oh, wow. Hey, is that a batarang in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh my gosh, that's great.
Talk about bringing the shark repellent.
Did he wear the cowl and everything?
Oh crap! Now where's my Batman cowl? It's not here in the studio.
That's the first time I've ever seen Batman in buttless chaps.
Oh my god,
that's great.
I'm just reading a. Jason, I'm not making the news. I'm reporting the news.
That's right.
I'm just here.
That's right.
Decider.com. This was a year 2017, so this was last year. I guess they popped up. They were like, "Hey, it's June. Time to pop up an oldie but a goodie." I'd never read this before. It just popped in my feed.
I love it.
Adam West was once kicked out of an orgy while pretending to be Batman.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, no, it's like legendary actor. Oh, this was because he died, I guess, last year. Poor guy. But apparently they got around.
Who kicks Adam West out of anywhere?
I don't know. There was something about in another article I read, which is not that article, but there are others, follow-up articles. There was something about Adam West in the Batman costume. And I'm going to put it on because it'll be almost a spit take. Frank Gorshin in the Riddler outfit stumbling around an orgy together.
Oh, that would be awesome. Awesome. I don't quite see how Adam West can get kicked out of an orgy. Don't even think about it. I mean...
Jason, it's not an orgy. It's a bat orgy.
Right. But, I mean, all this carnal stuff is going on. And and they're like, no, the cowl's over the top.
Oh my god!
What? No, come on, man. Listen. If you're about ready to get down and knock boots, you want the Caped Crusader there. You want,
I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to pour some coffee before I make this confession.
you need some liquid reinforcement.
Well, I have a lot of confessions to make at some point.
Confessional Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I figure if we could keep this thing going for at least 10 years, I probably could confess So tell me, Mr. Dr. Normal.
Right. Yeah.
Tell Father O'Flaherty.
Hold on, I'll face away from you so I can be like the priest. You ready? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have my beads. Where's my beads? I need my rosary.
So you walk in the confessional, you sit down like,
Father, forgive me for I've sinned.
go on, son.
Don't you need like a little bit of an Irish accent?
Hey. Go on, son.
There we go.
Vincent Blarney. Okay.
Or Italian. You could do it like something out of Godfather Part 3.
Go on, son. Go on, sonny.
I've done things, Father. I killed my own brother, my mother's son.
Oh, I see.
This movie still sucks. Okay.
This is the weirdest confessional I've ever been in. Yeah.
Yeah, Father O'Flaherty.
Flaherty. Yes, my son.
I may or may have owned a Batman cowl once.
Go on.
I may or may have not been in a family neighborhood parade wearing a Batman costume once.
Kinky, go on.
And I may or may not have pulled the Batman cowl out once in a relationship and asked, hey, should I wear this during sex?
Oh, son, you have not sinned. I see no reason. I call that a Friday night.
The answer was no.
No.
I was just like being playful. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
What do you think? I could be Batman, right?
Right. The Cape
Isn't it
Crusader.
Dr. Ruth?
It's role playing.
Yes.
It's
Didn't
just...
Dr. Ruth said?
Yeah.
Two things that I remember Dr. Ruth said.
Yes.
Sit in front of a mirror and masturbate. Don't do that.
No. No.
And the second thing was something about role playing. So I thought role playing.
Yeah.
I have a sweet Batman costume right here.
You will want to take on different roles. I think maybe, you should be Batman.
Maybe I should have done the Space Ghost costume.
Wear the helmet and jump
better.
out at her.
Darth Vader? The Darth Vader helmet?
Can you imagine? Honey, come in the bedroom for a minute. Yes, it's dark in here.
You know. Okay,
Get on the bed.
You know.
Yeah.
That there's not just one or two couples out there.
No, there's tons.
In the world that haven't done Darth Vader, Princess Leia. I know it's creepy. Jeez, wow. That gets...
Yeah.
I mean, it gets into the whole...
But it's role-playing. Well, honey, let's play Hide the Yoda.
Oh.
And then just... Okay.
Creepy.
Yeah. Well,
Just call me Daddy.
Yeah, honey.
Oh, man.
Honey, it's dark in here. I can't see. Get on the bed.
I thought we were nice boys, but no. It's my fault.
They were
really.
nice Catholic boys led astray by pop culture.
Oh, my word. You know, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's just like, I grow tired. That would be the weird one. Well, that's how it would be. It would be like, okay, I've got the buns on. I'm Princess Leia. Put the Darth Vader. I should go get the helmets over there.
Yeah.
Put the helmet on. Okay. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, Grand Moff Tarkin, where did you come from? I grow tired of asking.
Right. But then it gets really kinky and Chewbacca.
Charming to the last.
You're like, oh, what is that I hear? And then Chewbacca shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But I get the perfect one. Batman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She throws a lasso, tell the truth. Ooh, that may not be good. I'm going to have to rethink that. Oh. Yeah.
Dressing up in costumes can be a fun way to spicing up your relationship.
That's right.
So says Doc Normal in the new Cosmopolitan magazine.
Hey, let's just
17 tips to spice up your relationship by Doc Normal.
Let's just get to the heart of the matter. The guy can dress up as Dr. Phil, and the lady can dress up as Dr. Ruth.
Yeah. Oh God. No.
What you need is to communicate.
No.
Come here, big boy.
No. Never. Oh my gosh. Well, look, I didn't. it's not me. I mean, it was in the news.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you got Batman and Robin going to orgies with the Riddler. I mean, riddle me this.
Frank Gorshin. That would be great.
What's in my pockets?
Cesar Romero shows up.
Wait, I have no pockets. I'm wearing a leotard.
Oh,
damn.
He's wearing the Bat utility belt and nothing else.
Oh, Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero shows up. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Then there was something about Burt Ward. No,
Burt Ward.
We saw Burt Ward, didn't we?
We did.
He was at that Comic-Con we were at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was Burt Ward. We might have had like a little. Actually, they were both there. I got a month. They were talking about Batman.
Yeah,
it's on the film.
That was the Comic-Con where I tried to impersonate Burt Ward and sat behind his little desk. I want to give my own Q&A. I want to give a cool Q&A.
That's right.
All the things that Burt Ward could never say.
You tried to. He wasn't there. He was late or something.
He was late.
He wasn't there, and there were kind of fans meandering around. Yeah. So you had the idea, which was brilliant.
I stepped in.
It's like, I'll go up there. And they don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, Doc, no one will notice.
I'll just be like, it's like, hey, Bert, what happened to your hair? Oh, just, kind of,
Folks, you've never lived until you've heard 30 people literally look at you and say, Bert, you haven't aged well.
See, and the thing is you would have gone off about having Batman orgies, and no one would have believed you. But then it would have turned out you were right.
Moms are covering children's ears. Don't do that. But
wait a minute. Wait a minute, he was right. Look at this.
Yeah, see?
I just read about this in Hollywood Life or whatever it is. They actually did. I mean, there was this whole thing about the article I read, something about Burt Ward and the Virginity and all that. And
Whoa, wow.
I know. So he's got like Batman going, well, Burt, let's go to an orgy with the Riddler.
Yeah, the dynamic duo.
You know what? This is what we need more of in the world.
More orgies.
What the world needs now. Love, sweet love in a Batman costume. Bringing up Robin too. You know what is the deal with that? Batman's always been a little, shall we say. So when did Robin show up? Because
good call.
I've always known it as Batman and Robin, and when you go back, you do like the Bob Kane. It's Batman.
Yeah,
it's like the Robin thing's not around, and even the serials, I think, it's pretty much Batman.
Yeah, I think Batman in the comics. If Buddha's out there right now watching, he knows,
he's an expert. He knows.
Off the top of my head, I would probably say sometime in the late 40s or 50s. But I mean,
by the TV
Robin.
Show, it was like, who's this old rich man hanging out with this kid? I mean, it was always a little bit...
His ward.
Yeah. What's a ward anyway? It was always a little hinky.
Back then, no problem. Because, you had Daddy Warbucks, you taking Annie, you got your Bruce Wayne, you taking a Robin.
I guess it was kind of it probably was kind of based on a Daddy Warbucks kind of thing.
He's helping.
And that's going, if you think we're old, wow, we're digging right back in there into Annie.
Right.
Annie territory from the Depression era.
That's right. That's something.
Go look in your great-grandparents' closets. No, don't look in there. You'll find Batman costumes and stuff.
Right. I can get even more obscure if you want to talk about Bulldog Drummond.
I don't know. Is that like...
anyway.
What is it? Bulldog Drummond? Is that like the GI guy? What was that guy's name?
Oh, no. He was a private investigator down on the docks in the 40s.
So, here's the thing, and this came up with a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And I said this before, and it's like they're right up there. My favorite is the Green Hornet.
Oh, I love
the Green Hornet came around that same time.
His Filipino houseboy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only during the war. Only during the war years.
Right.
And so... the Green Hornet is really contemporary of Batman. Like, they kind of came up in the same time. I don't know how... See, again, I don't know the origins of the Green Hornet, if he started in the DC Comics as well, or if it was radio. But, Batman was popular, vigilante, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, well, we need another one. How about the Green Hornet?
I think he was... the Green Hornet was outside of DC and Marvel. I believe that he was in the same... stable, I guess you would say, as the Shadow, which was a Street and Smith.
Well, I do know this.
Publication.
I do know this. I think the creator of the Green Hornet, was the creator of the Lone Ranger.
That fits.
And in fact, in Green Hornet lore, apparently, the Lone Ranger is like his ancestor, is like his great-great-grandpa or something. Like if you actually dig back, the thing about the Green Hornet is the Lone Ranger existed in that world.
Yes.
Back in the day in the Western, and he was like an Avenger. He was a Lone Ranger.
He was the
vigilante guy doing good. And so Green Hornet is like his great grandson or something like that.
Green Hornet, who's the Green Hornet? Green Hornet, of course, his alter ego was Rick Reed, young publisher.
Britt Reed.
Rick Reed for the
Britt Reed with a B.
B?
Yeah,
my ears suck. So yeah, Britt Reed.
Maybe it was Rick and they changed it, but I know it was Britt
Reed.
In the TV show.
Yeah, and he's a young publisher for the paper, the Daily Sentinel.
Yeah.
And
his dad gets killed. His dad was the founder and publisher.
Yes.
And he gets knocked off. In a mysterious way.
Right. And that's how they introduced him. Because originally the Green Hornet wanted to avenge his father's killer. Yeah. Much like Bruce Wayne in the back of his mind.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But the difference is, and the reason I like the Green Hornet the best, no tights.
No tights.
It's a fedora, it's a coat,
Kato's
mask.
Kato's got his driving suit, the black driving suit, and it's like they knocked.
And plus, it was. I mean, as much as you may like the Adam West Batman, and it's fun to watch, boy, the 1960s. Green Hornet, which was taken off the air because it was too violent for the kids. Yeah. That tells you something that it's good.
It is great.
I mean, it's
Bruce Lee.
And it's Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So, like, every scene that Kato comes in, it's like, it's Bruce Lee doing Kato. And it's like, how do you get that on television? You just, like...
I just got the feeling, right, that Bob Kane and whoever, whoever did the Green Hornet, they're probably sitting around a poker table, right? And the guy in the Green Hornet's like, man, no, Batman, I'll do one better. My sidekick is gonna know kung fu. Mm-hmm. Like, oh no way, mine only just came from the circus and acrobats.
Mine's my ward.
Right.
No,
you've got Burt Ward. Introducing Bruce Lee. You know, and it's like, how can he compete with that, man? The Green Hornet, he's got it going on.
And then the whole thing is, he was like. There was a whole lot of unfortunate Asian ethnicity issues because in the 1930s serial, he was Japanese. He was, yes. Kato, Japanese. But World War II happened, and suddenly, magically, bling, out of nowhere, you'd listen to your Green Hornet radio show, and he was his trusty Filipino sidekick.
Right.
Honest to God, it's and then after the war, that changed back later.
Kind of.
Well, and then, you get to the 1960s TV series, and he's played by a Chinese kung fu artist.
Right. Full circle.
Because,
Go figure.
We're just the Americans people. We don't know.
Yeah.
It all comes from...
Yeah.
From out there, right?
Yeah, Americans are not that sensitive.
There's some good ones. There's a really good one. There's a good episode where Kato, I think, goes to Chinatown.
Oh.
And, like, there's a whole...
Throwdown there. Huh?
Throwdown.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're all great. Actually, they're all free on YouTube. In good condition. Like, for years... And here's the thing. I got to say this. Yeah. Look, in the world of the internet, of getting things, I went out in the 90s, or late 90s or early, and it was like, DVDs, and I found a DVD of a few episodes of Green Hornet. I was like, I have to have this. I have to have Green Hornet. I don't own any Green Hornet. This was one of my favorite things. Yeah. Like the Jerry Anderson stuff. But you couldn't, that was it, right?
Yeah.
And nobody released these things out. I have this one single DVD, like wallet open, willing to purchase. Where's the box set, right?
Gotcha.
I mean, they release box sets of other things that I like. Where's the box set of this? Years later, now you actually go up on YouTube, and there they are. And it's sad because you're like, well, no one's making money, but I really want to watch these episodes.
Well, I got the hookup for you. You ready? Buddha.
Yeah.
has a box set of the old a box set of all the old 1940s Batman shows and shorts.
Oh yeah, you
He's
know
got it
what?
all.
And actually, you can.
Yeah.
Those are up on YouTube as well.
Isn't that great?
Those are all up on YouTube as well. And I did. So I was looking for Green Hornet stuff for a long time in the late 90s and all. And I ended up getting 2 VHS box set, and that was of those 1940s serials of the Green Hornet. And then there was like a tape set, like this is how old it was, like 90s.
Yeah.
Cassette tapes of all the radio shows. So I have all of those. Like in cassette or, you know, but the TV show, but I wanted that and then the TV show.
Yeah.
And it just didn't exist. Now it's just out there for free. And so is the Batman serials.
Yeah.
Because I've watched actually. Oh man, they're so bad. Watch some 1940s Batman.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he literally shows up in the bat cape and the cowl, and the gangsters, because it's always the gangsters. That's the great thing about it. And they're looking at him like, dude, did your mom make that? Did your mom sew that?
Yeah.
I mean, the early Batman serials.
Yeah.
His costume is so terrible. Like, I mean, it's like a sheet. I mean, like a kind of a cowl, oh darn it, the stitching came out of my cowl. I'm gonna have to go get mom to
sew it up.
I mean, it's horrible, dude.
So yeah,
I mean, the costume in the '60s thing was awesome.
Yeah.
Compared to you watch these old serials, I think at some point they get a clue. And the later serials, he looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
But he's definitely disheveled. He's definitely a disheveled Batman.
Right. Yeah, the shorts, though, you're right. The shorts, it almost makes it look like they were made by Ed Wood.
Yeah, no, it's that bad.
Yeah.
It is that bad.
Plan 9 from Batman.
Yeah, the Batman shorts. Batman looks like hell in these things. He looks really bad. I mean, you're just like, who is this guy? Like, no one would take him seriously. The gangsters, like, you'd walk in and you start laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd laugh at, Adam West Batman too, but Christian Bale. I mean, you probably laugh at all of them, but nonetheless.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose when you're trying to, really scare your,
and Green Hornet,
the hearts of men.
Even back then in the movies, the movie serials, like we're talking in the 1940s, 50s, or whatever, Green Hornet is looking pretty good.
Oh yeah,
he's got a fedora,
right,
and it's black and white, but
but he's looking sharp.
He's got a full face mask.
He does.
Like he doesn't even like in the 60s. Then he's just got kind of like the 60s band,
right?
But
he's got a full gas mask on.
Gas mask, face mask on, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm a Green Hornet. I'm gonna call it. It's like, okay, this guy's weird.
I wonder if that's where they got the idea for Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, and it's funny because in the serials, when you watch those Green Hornet serials, and he's got the full face mask, it is literally like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go. It's like, what? What did you? What did he say? I think he said something about us stopping our nefarious deeds.
That's what Kato. That's what Kato's role is. Every time he jumps in there, he'll say something. Like, so what you're saying is they're down at the bank trying to rob it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on our way.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's interesting. It's one of those things. Like it's one of those fandom things, right?
Oh yeah.
Where you go back and you look at all the old stuff or listen to it and see how it's developed, and then you go. Because I've always had a fascination with Green Hornet because I always felt that this is a major motion picture thing.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rogen got a hold of it and
turned it into a comedy. Yeah.
I gave it a shot. I tried. I was excited. Here's actually a photo. This is a pretty classic. This isn't a photo. Here is a picture, and this, I don't know if you can see it, but if you're watching here, you see on the left here, that's kind of the original Green Hornet mask,
right.
with the full mask and the Hornet, kind of Bane Hornet.
Like it.
Yeah, I mean that's not that's like modern, but this was what he looked like back in the day. maybe that's what they're doing with him now, is going back retro. And then, of course, here, if you're watching it, there's Van
Johnson?
Yeah, I think that's his name. As the Green Hornet.
Van Halen?
In the 60s.
Yeah.
And that's just all 60s. That's all just like fedora, the short. I mean, that's what Quentin Tarantino should focus his thoughts on. The Green Hornet. Come on. I mean, look,
would be
all
great.
he'd have to do is go in the closet, like in the warehouse, and go, hey, it's Quentin. Do we still have the outfits from the not Pulp Fiction? What was the other
Reservoir
one?
Dogs?
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah,
Do we have those outfits? Can we pull them out for the Green Hornet, please?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
He'd be perfect.
And him and like Kato, they're marching down an alleyway at night, and you got that walk scene. Oh, that's
that'd be perfection. Quentin Tarantino would be perfect for Green Hornet.
Yeah,
that'd be real good.
Yeah, he would. Howard, I think, would do pretty good too.
Yeah,
Ron Howard, I think he would.
I
think he'd be doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, it just Green Hornet.
Spielberg too. I think Spielberg.
Here's the thing about all of the superheroes.
Okay,
it's like everything has gone dark now, right? And it really started. Well, it started with. Well, they went back to Batman: The Dark Knight, as you pointed out, kind of originally.
Yeah.
And then it got campy, and then really Dark Horse took it and did the Dark Knight stuff, and that's where people got into Batman again.
Yeah.
And then Tim Burton and all that.
Yeah. Frank Miller too. He was one of the ones responsible for really turning the franchise around back to like
was that the Dark Horse stuff, or was that kind
Frank
of
Miller.
Dark? Was it Dark Horse though?
Well, no,
I thought it was Dark Horse.
It was DC, but they brought in DC brought in outside muscle in the form of Frank Miller.
I know people are gnashing their teeth like Buddha.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert.
Somebody right now in the Facebook group Pop Culture Northwest knows the answer to this.
Yeah, but so then they did that, and they pulled away from the campy to make the superheroes, and there was like the Superman and all of that. Yeah, which I like, by the way. I like Christopher Reeves. And
the old George Reeves and stuff.
Christopher
Reeves too.
But then everything went dark. So now we're in 2018. Like everything's dark. Like you can have the most fun, sensitive superhero, and it's dark. But to me, Green Hornet was always the original one. He was the original dark guy. He was the original guy that you could have a shootout with and stuff, and really have nasty stuff going on. He was the Quentin Tarantino super guy because he wasn't super. There was nothing freaking super about him. But just like Batman, but even more so, just brains.
But you're missing
and guns.
You're missing one
and a cool car.
You're missing one key guy.
What?
We have. I mean, the circle is not complete. Now, when you want one of the original dark, the Shadow.
The Shadow, yes.
The Shadow, yeah.
But they did that movie.
Yes, with Alec Baldwin.
Was it Alec Baldwin?
And I
was
think
it pretty good?
It was all right.
Can't remember. I think I saw it a long time ago.
It was all right. It's one of those movies where it was okay, but you kind of like, man, this could have been so much better.
All of that stuff, actually, I think all of that stuff, the Batman, Green Hornet, The Shadow, they were all these morality plays.
Yes.
Because they were the conscience of America. Because the whole time that this was going on was the Depression, world, not just American, but world depression, and leading up to fascism and World War. Yeah, it was poverty. This was, ushering in like Roosevelt and the New Deal and all that stuff, and so all of these people, it was a time of government, big business corruption. What else was going on? The gangsters, right? The Capones and the Prohibition,
right?
And all that.
With Superman, there is no Superman without anti-Semitism. Because Joel Schuster, I mean, they created their own superhero because they saw what was happening over in Europe.
I did not know that.
With the Jewish population really under persecution, and
really?
so they created.
I did not know that. Huh.
Yep.
I didn't know that because I mean, Superman is partly hewn from
Well,
Nietzsche.
Krypton, but
Nietzsche. I
but
mean, it's like
they
the
were
Superman.
two Jewish kids who said, "Man, I wish that we could create our own superhero that stood for the truth, justice, and the American way." And
Now,
so they created Superman.
Something else I got, and these are in public domain, so they're free. 1930s Superman cartoons.
Oh yeah,
serials, and they're amazing in the art. I mean, it's like they're all black and white, I believe.
There was later ones in color. Yeah,
but complete all Art Deco design from 1930s. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I've watched a few of these, and it was like you get them like public domain, or it's like, hey, here's a $1 DVD with all these Superman things from the. And you put them in, and I remember watching them on this big this projector screen. And I was like, okay, just the art here is blowing me away. Yeah. Like it's like the all immensely like that 1920s, 1930s Art Deco design, the trains, the
faster
planes.
than a speeding bullet.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. This is good stuff. Good stuff to watch. If you like design and art.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
But what I've been getting into a lot lately is the old, we just talked about him, the old Shadow, the Shadow, and the story behind that. Behind that, the alias is Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town, and he goes over to the east.
It's always a wealthy man who wants to do
man of leisure, yeah,
who wants to do something good with their life,
right? And he goes to the east and learns this mysticism, which makes him able to cloud men's minds so they can't see him.
That's kind of like this show. You just described Coffee with Curmudgeons.
Right. We
cloud your mind.
Yeah, we say obscure things to cloud men's minds, and they're like, "Wow."
The men's minds.
What is his catchline? His catchline was like something. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit.
The weed of crime?
The weed of crime bears...
Is this guy working for Jeff Sessions or what?
Yeah, he's like... This is what he says.
Wait a minute. I need some weed of crime right here.
The weed of crime. No, it's like...
Now you're getting into
the weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay.
The weed of crime.
Yes, the weed of crime bears bitter fruit.
You sure you're not talking about reefer madness?
Well, that too. That's when they went into the whole counterculture thing.
Weed of crime.
A lot of people don't know that Maynard G. Krebs wasn't the first TV beatnik. It was the Shadow. On the road. Who do you think that's about?
It's a weed of crime.
The weed of crime. Yeah. Neil Cassidy.
I like it. In this episode. Weed of crime.
That's right. That's right.
Wait a minute.
Weed of crime.
I got to do that right. Yeah, right. Welcome to the Curmudgeon Avengers. Weed of crime.
I like it.
Anyway, so Batman orgies.
Batman orgies. Adam West is.
See, I didn't even want to talk about the pop culture stuff. I wanted to talk about.
You want to talk about orgies? Well, we can go back to the orgies. If you want.
I think we kind of. I think we kind of.
We ran that race already. We ran it into the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like.
We beat the dead horse, then we stuffed it.
It's like losing your virginity. It's.
Yeah.
So, by the way.
Yes. Oh, I'm interested to hear what the segue is off this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Follow me on this.
Okay.
You lose your virginity, but you misplace your keys.
Oh. That is a very interesting question.
I mean, why don't you misplace your virginity? It's like, I know I'll find it.
Right.
It's going to be right over here. I think I left it back.
Right.
At the doctor's office. I don't know.
Hey, you can lose your virginity. Just make sure you don't find gonorrhea.
And how do you? No. How do you misplace something? And why do you say? Look, if you misplace your keys, you lost your keys. You don't misplace something.
Yeah.
You do not It is not in the world of physics. You do not misplace anything.
Yeah.
There is a place and a time.
It's there.
A vector.
Yeah, you just can't remember.
Your keys are not misplaced. Yeah. You didn't be like, I think I left them somewhere in a black hole in Alpha Centauri.
Right. I don't know, Ma. I was just going down to the store like you told me.
You know what
I mean? Just happened to lose my virginity.
I mean, it's like if you have quantum keys, it might be hard to find them. It's like they're here. Nope. Oh, here. No. But you don't misplace anything. They still exist in the universe.
They're like with
you lost them.
Super
you don't know where they are.
Yeah, you don't know. You could go to another dimension and
you don't know where they are.
I don't know.
You ever wonder why did I misplace it?
Wouldn't that be great?
Wait, it fell into a black hole.
You go into like
They're not gone. There's
not
Hawking
gone.
radiation. The information's still there.
Right.
Jerry Seinfeld is a quantum physicist.
That'd be awesome.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Hawking radiation. Information's still there. Still exists.
I don't know.
You didn't place your keys in a different dimension.
Right.
You didn't misplace them. They're here.
I like it. We're gonna do our own Seinfeld fan fiction. You know, we're just doing little bits.
I know. Seinfeld as your professor of physics in your. Welcome to MIT. What's up with that?
Right. But you're right though. The whole thing about losing virginity sounds so weird. I mean, it's not like you're in a.
I like misplaced.
Right.
I'll find it.
Well, no.
Jason, I'll find it. I'll find it again.
Right. It's not like you're in Kmart. It's like, attention, Kmart shoppers. Bobby, can you please come to the front desk? We have located your virginity.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I mean, it's like
What's up with that? That's the name of our show from now on. It's just going to be, what's up with that? Yeah.
Finding my misplaced virginity. This is worse than finding the Higgs boson. What's up with that?
Listen, if you can be a born-again Christian, how come you can't be a born-again virgin?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Don't say you can't be, because there are people who will make that happen for you.
Sweet.
After they've beaten the sin out of you.
They've beaten the virgin.
Yeah.
I feel cleansed. I've had my virginity.
I think we could ask the vice president a little about this.
Ooh. Yep.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh, Pat is the headmaster.
There's always. I mean, but yeah, you don't lose.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's the other thing too. When you lose your keys, because you lose your keys, and you say you hide it by saying I misplaced the keys, which is totally wrong. You don't misplace anything.
Yeah.
Everything exists in the universe. You cannot misplace something.
I just can't.
What comes in goes out.
Yeah.
E equals MC squared and all that. But you got it down by losing your keys. So if you're honest, you lose your keys.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you lose your keys? I got Jason. I lost my keys.
Yeah.
I misplaced my keys.
Yeah.
Jason, being the nice guy, so it's like you'll find them. I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll find them.
Think about where you lost them last.
Or that's the universal question.
Yeah.
That's always the first
Where were
question.
you last when you had the keys?
Right. Yeah. Hey, when you lost your
I
virginity,
was
where
orbiting
were
a
you?
black hole, and then check the Hawking
Right.
radiation. But
Yeah.
if I say Jason,
Yeah.
I lost my virginity.
Yeah. Like,
What do you do?
Where was the last place
No,
where
you go, have fun, bro.
Right. What's up with that?
You
Yeah.
lost your virginity. Yes. Dude, let's go get a case of beer. Doc lost his virginity.
Yeah, but that's only if you're a boy. If you're a girl, if you're the daughter, you're like,
No,
you're not losing your virginity
no.
until you're 57.
No.
No.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I say, hey, Jason, I lost my keys, you're like, bro, high five. Let's go get a beer. It's like, why are you so happy?
That is basically the nutshell synopsis of the movie Last American Version. You don't even need to watch it right now. We just had it for you. Mm-hmm. Dude, you lost your virginity. It's like, not, dude, where's my car? It's, dude, where's my virginity?
So losing your virginity is like, high five.
Right.
Losing your keys is like, oh, you'll find it someday.
Oh, man, that sucks.
You don't do that. It's like...
Maybe it's in the couch.
Where was the last time you had your virginity?
Yeah. Where was the last place where you had
Well, I was going to a party, interestingly enough, with Adam West, dressed as Batman.
Oh.
And...
Yeah, I was with Burt Ward. We were hanging out down at the,
Cesar Romero. I don't know if Cesar Romero was involved, by the way. I just know Frank Gorshin is there, which of course you'd be like, of course Frank Gorshin would like go along with that.
Right.
Like,
how do you think Adam West heard about the orgy in the first place? It was Frank Gorshin.
I don't know. This was just look. You don't this was published on the internet. I'm just reporting what I read on the internet.
Right. We report you.
Go after them.
Yeah.
Don't go. I just tell people what I read on the internet.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, but again, the whole thing about it is that you don't want to admit you lose something until you lose like your virginity. You're like, guess what, guys? Guess what, bro? So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
This came up. I started thinking about the virginity losing thing.
Yeah.
When I misplaced my keys. No. He's somebody, a friend out there on Facebook.
Sure.
We know I love. Posted something about the hit song, the hit song of the week, When You Lost Your Virginity.
That is...
I know, it's
that is great.
Yeah, she posts good stuff.
I gotta think about that.
And of course, I had to comment.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so. You remember that super group, that prog rock super group, Asia?
The heat of the moment.
Yeah.
So you find yourself in 82.
Yeah.
The disco hut or so. No, anyway, good.
There's a little bit of a half truth there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't go. I don't think I want to go into the dirty little details. That would be Curmudgeons after hours.
It started with Asia.
We'd drop down the lights. We'd have some cigarettes, some martinis, you know.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner. It would be kind of like a Curmudgeons forum, you know.
Yeah.
Let's read the letters from Curmudgeon's forum, shall we, Jason?
Well, that's something we discussed at the Black Lodge.
Julia writes in, her husband wants to wear a Batman cowl while having sex.
Dr. Ruth, what do you think? I definitely say add the cowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spice up your life.
Spice it up.
But
so you started in Asia and went around the world. Anyway.
But yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah. Another one I thought about, which I thought posting, which would totally be a lie. But as a kid, a kid meaning a kid being you know.
Yes.
Because when you're a kid, at least when we were growing up, you have this and media, and so you have this fascination with sex.
Yes.
Like even just like a fascination, like what is it? You know. It's like Hawking radiation. You're like, I don't understand. So it goes in the black hole, but we lose the information. No, quantum, no, but it can't disappear because of the thing, you know. And it's like the daddy and the mommy, they like each other. So then what happened? You know.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and
like Hawking radiation,
right?
But anyway, so you're fascinated with this whole thing.
That's another Seinfeld thing. Virginity or sex. What's up with that?
Yeah, no, but you know, when you're a kid,
yeah,
and then you're going through puberty, and you're like thinking, what?
Yeah,
you know, and there's things much like physics, like astrophysics and quantum physics. There's things you don't understand. You're like, I don't get.
Yeah.
I don't get the entanglement. I don't get the quantum entanglement. I don't get the two people like each other entanglement, right?
Yeah.
I hate girls.
Hey, you know, your body is post-puberty. Your mind is still back in pre-puberty.
Yeah. So you know, there's all that.
Yeah.
But so much like that, you're very confused, and when you're confused. And when you grow up, like, we didn't have the internet and stuff. See, now you got the internet.
Yeah, you look it up.
You won't be confused. Oh, don't look it up.
No.
Put those filters on your routers, parents.
Kids, tune into our show.
Yeah. I know, it becomes that scene out of South Park.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Carmen's mom.
Yeah.
So the thing is that we had like the radio.
Yes.
You had TV and movies, but you had the radio, and you're always walking around. I remember when I was a kid, you'd be walking down the summer street, and this was back in the day of muscle cars.
Yeah.
And big speakers.
Boom boxes. Yeah.
No, not boom boxes.
Ghetto
like
blasters?
This was like big speakers.
Oh.
Like big old JBLs. Like,
Okay.
I spent all my money working at the gas station on this pair of JBLs and a 500-watt Kenwood receiver. You know what I mean?
Right.
Vintage stuff now.
Vintage
they
stuff,
call it vintage. And so, like, dudes would put their speakers out there, have the door open to their houses, and you'd like, you know, you'd be walking by and it'd be like a little, you know, hey, mama, say, you know, little KGON would be playing on the radio, album rock. But I remember as a kid, and this is a song stuck in my head because this to me was the song of sexual awakening.
What's that?
I fool around and fell in love, right?
Yeah,
right?
Yes,
that was like the go-to. Like, I was thinking to myself as a little kid, with the mysteries of the universe and sex, I was thinking that's the like when the time when God brings when God's magic finger
that's to
touch my forehead and say, now is the time, son. And the heavens open up. I figured that would be the song playing. I fooled around and fell in love.
That Sistine
so
Chapel
many
moment.
girls. What's the song? What is the lyrics to it? I fool around with so many girls. I mean, it's just totally. So it was like, was it Elvin Bishop, right? I want to say.
Oh gosh,
I looked it up.
I wonder if it is Elvin Bishop.
So I mean, you know, if you think of songs, where you were there for that moment.
Yeah. I mean, music really are milestones.
I think a Fool Around and Fell in Love would be a good one.
Yeah.
Fool Around and Fell in. See, it says song by Rod Stewart. I must have been through about 1 million girls.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really. It's very 2018, right?
Yeah.
I'd love them and I'd leave them alone.
Oh.
I didn't care how much they cried. No, sir. This guys are really nice. Their tears left me cold as stone.
Wow, unfeeling bastard.
But then I fooled around and fell in love.
That's right.
I feel like Steve Allen, right? I fooled around, and we'll be doing like some Kanye lyrics next.
Right.
But then I fooled around. I fooled around and fell in love. Since I met you, baby. I fooled around and fell in love.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What are the other seminal songs that?
Yeah. Elvin Bishop wrote the song.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the Rod Stewart version or not, but Elvin Bishop wrote the original, 1975.
Well,
from the album Strutting My Stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, speaking of Rod Stewart, Maggie May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of sexy. I mean, that pretty much like in the 70s there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, and
yeah.
Fool Around and Fell in Love. That was always the one that, as a kid, I was like, that seems like the song that. I mean, it's right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then I ended up discovering Frank Zappa, and then it really went downhill from there.
That's when you put on the Batman cowl.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I was gonna look up.
I blame Frank Zappa for the whole Batman cowl situation.
Well, I mean, see, nowadays, again, you have the internet. You have everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So to speak. The mystery is gone. You know.
Yeah.
I was never meant to be so bad to you. One thing I said that I would never do. A look from you and I would fall from grace, and that would wipe the smile right off my face.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to dance? An incident arose from circumstance. One thing led to another, and we were young, and we would scream together songs unsung. It was the heat of the moment.
Oh, the heat
telling
of the moment.
Me what your heart meant.
Yeah.
The heat of the moment shone in your eyes.
Shone in your eyes.
There you go.
Yeah. Then you'll find yourself in 82.
The other one was Foreigner.
Oh, I've been waiting.
Yes.
for a girl like you.
Yes. I've been waiting for a girl so long. I've been looking too hard. I've been waiting too long. Sometimes I don't know what I will find. I only know it's a matter of time.
Yes.
When you love someone, it feels so right, so warm and so true. This reads like a one of those cards you buy at the Hallmark store.
Yeah, Lou Graham.
It feels so right when you're warm and true.
Lou Graham has the pulse of Hallmark.
I thought you said Lou Grant.
Ed Asner.
Yeah. Read in the. Mary, let me tell you, it feels so right when you're warm and true. I need to know if you feel it too.
I love it. Yeah, he's got a cigar, chop, and he's like, I tell you, kid, sit down here, kid. I got to tell you, I fooled around and fell in love.
Maybe I'm wrong. Won't you tell me I'm coming on too strong? This heart of mine has been hurt before. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting for you. Your loving will survive. I'm waiting to make me alive. Yeah, I don't know. I think I fool around and fell in love was pretty much the.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
What other songs?
Well, there's always the Led Zeppelin repertoire.
Yeah.
Hey, mama.
Hey, mom. Yeah.
So I mean, what?
Well, to me
song?
Also. To me, let's see. We mentioned Rod Stewart and Maggie May.
What about "Whip It" from Devo?
You
must whip it.
Crack that whip.
That seems like a good song to lose your.
Step on a crack. Anyway. Or it's a dead man's party. Who could ask for it? You little oingo boingo.
How about the Purple Eater song?
Purple People Eaters.
Yeah, some of those funny songs from the 60s.
Yeah, Dr. Demento. Dr. Demento got me through puberty.
Yeah, exactly. Something like, I don't know.
Boy.
Some of those silly old, because somebody, what was the record playing? I mean, it was, I don't know.
Wow. Yeah. Now I get it.
Don't turn on the radio when you're.
No.
And you'll forever have a song stuck in your eye. Because do you ever have a song that comes up on the radio and you're like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because music is the perfect touchstone and milestone of people's lives. People remember. I remember when that song came out because I was, fill in the blank.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's my heat of the moment.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too graphic.
One of my
let's just say it was a moment.
Is one of my touchstone songs is "Beautiful Girls."
Oh God,
Van Halen.
Oh
right?
my God,
Van Halen too.
It's like we are like coming guys, right? And all like the most misogynistic, we've got like the whole classic repertoire,
the whole the conquest songs, right? Love 'em and leave 'em. But
Boys Don't Cry or something like that, right? Right?
Yeah, your
little
go-to
emo,
songs. Robert Smith and the Cure,
Yeah, it's like, it is. I would say I'm sorry if I thought that it would change your mind, but I know that this time I have said too much, been too unkind. I don't know. I try to laugh about it. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Beg forgiveness, it's also emo.
Right. Or you're in trouble when your go-to song is the Ramones.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Blitzkrieg Bop.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Or Rock and Roll Radio.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Rock and Roll High School.
You know what? I have
Blitzkrieg Bop. I love that song.
I think the first time I ever watched it was on Night Flight or whatever, that they played it, Rock and Roll High School, and I've been, every time that comes up I'm like, I gotta see it, and that's a movie. So movies like that, I like rock movies.
Yeah.
Here's what's good about it. Yeah, you can watch them on your little screen, on your little Mac, on your PC, your Surface device, but man, those are great movies to go watch in the theater.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
With the popcorn and theater.
Yeah, because it's an ambiance movie, right?
I don't think, and I don't think there's a lot of that going on. I mean, we have our, Cinema 21s and our Hollywood theaters and our Fifth Avenue is still around and others. But like I said before, I'm old enough. I'm so old.
How old? Sorry.
I'm so old that I lost my virginity to a Lawrence Welk song.
Mantovani.
Yeah. A Caruso's.
Turn off the bubble machine.
But before the MTV and all that, we would go on a Saturday to, like, I think it was like the Cinema 5 or one of these. Yeah. And it was like going to the serials like the kids would do to the Batman and stuff back in the 30s and the 40s. It was like rock and roll movies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Rock and Roll High School, man.
Rock and Roll High School.
Where are those movies today?
I don't know.
Those Rebellion, High School, Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it anymore.
Hey,
can't do it. You can't do it.
But there were some great ones in the 80s, too. Great seminal Fast Times at Ridgemont High, man.
Yeah.
You know, Spicoli.
But I mean, it's all wrong, though. They're all being reassessed. I don't know. See, you can't even talk about this. That's why I like that subject that someone actually posted on their Facebook about,
the song you were listening to. Yeah.
So you still haven't. Yeah. It was Beethoven's Fifth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Chopin.
It was the Ode to Joy.
I was
there's a movie.
Yeah.
There's a sex scene in a movie, I think, where they played. So,
Amadeus?
Where did they no. Oh no! Ode to Joy. That's Beethoven. It's Kubrick. I believe there, or it might not be as well. It might be a sex scene. It might be. It's Kubrick, the Malcolm McDowell, that movie. I think.
Oh, Clockwork Orange?
Clockwork Orange, I think.
Oh, okay.
It might be.
Yeah.
Well, might not be a sexy scene. I mean, like.
As unexperienced.
Violence.
Yes, unexperienced as I was. Mine was the Minute Waltz. I'm sorry. No, see, I think in 19... Oh, boy. Probably, as weird as it sounds, I think it was, oh, my God.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, it was Little Red Corvette, Prince.
Oh my God.
1983?
Oh my God.
Little Red Corvette.
It's such a lie, dude.
No, it was that.
It's such a lie.
May have been some Speedwagon too.
Making stuff up.
No, I'm not. It was
kind of like I did with Heat of the Moment, which I didn't totally make up. There was a connection there.
It was in the summer. It was in between my 8th grade and freshman year. It was on Dave Miller's couch. That's all.
Dave Miller's
couch. Yeah, and it
from
was
OPB.
OPB, yeah. And
I'm Dave Miller.
And I think it was something off Prince's 1999 album, around 83 or 82 or something like that.
There was no music playing.
Sure.
The only music was. Do you hear that car? Do you think that's my mom?
Anything on Purple Rain, dude.
Is that my mom?
Right.
Shh. Shut up. I think I heard a car.
Because we're going to have to be fast. My dad's coming home. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but there was a lot of... when you get into the young adulthood, and you've accepted your...
Yeah, it could have been
sexuality, your sexing thing.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. It's like this has been kind of a topic that.
Okay.
Hey, I don't care. I've been sick all week. I barely, dude. I sounded like Tom Waits half the week.
Everybody knows.
See, now that would be a good one to lose your virginity to.
Yeah.
The piano has been drinking. I mean, imagine some poor young person who lost their virginity to a Tom Waits song, right?
The poor girl would just leave. Like she's leaving. She's just confused.
My blue Valentine. Step right up.
That's right.
Nighthawks at the diner. I mean, I don't know.
She'll remember.
That would be like, no, it would be. Oh, I've got the perfect Tom Waits song to lose your virginity to.
Yeah.
What's he doing in there? What's he doing in there? It's a great song, by the way. Look that one up.
Maybe
again, I'd love to play it for you, but we.
Alternative, if you're not in Tom Waits, maybe a little Warren Zevon.
Yeah.
Werewolves of London.
Yeah.
Oh, Werewolves. Yeah.
I could suggest a Frank Zappa playlist, but I don't want to share it with you. All those.
Yeah, see, I'm a creature of the '80s, so my main
creature of the '80s.
I'm the creature of the '80s. That's what
the person you lost your virginity to called you.
To me, I mean, it was all. It was all at that time. It was all. Let's see, Prince was huge because he was going in between 1999 and Purple Rain.
All because you misplaced your keys.
All because I misplaced my keys. I couldn't get in the front door, so I went over to Dave's house to wait until my parents came home.
Yeah, misplaced your keys. You'll find it again. Whoa, just lost my virginity.
Girls show up,
bro.
And,
yeah. We see the. I bet you this is the program.
Yeah.
See, this is the program that. No, I'm not. Where certain guests wish they'd be like, oh, I could be on that one and participate. It's like, yeah, they probably would be.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's. There's so many. I mean, and then there were the metal years. That,
Yeah. You had. Of course, if you're going back into the 70s,
we're not gonna take it.
We're Round and Round by Rat.
Yeah.
Let's see, Cinderella maybe you throw them in there. Let's see, of course, you got your whole bevy.
See, mine was always Bringing on the Heartache.
Def Leppard. Yeah, Bringing on the Heartache.
By the way, it's like, where am I?
Quiet Riot. You put on, shh, honey, don't worry about it. I'm gonna put on some mellow music. Next thing you know, you got metal.
There was so much music.
Yeah, come on.
Mine was always
come on, feel the noise.
Mine was like in the 80s there.
Yeah, early 80s. Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking consenting age.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
And it was always like, I'd always end up like, and then it was like Tears for Fears would come on, and you're like, wow, now I'm really bummed out, right? I had a lot of fun. I wore the Batman suit.
Yeah, I lost my virginity to everybody.
Now I'm just
wants
bummed
to
out.
rule the world.
Want to I don't know.
The Cure.
Thanks.
Yeah. Robert Smith got me really depressed during that, man. I couldn't do it.
It's like,
I couldn't do it.
And I like Tears for Fears, but just be like, wow, this 80s music. Can we put it on KNRK? Can we listen to the Scorpions? At least it'll be like, can we just listen to Rock You Like a Hurricane or something?
Scorpions, they're gonna talk me through it. Yeah. Journey though, Steve Perry will get you going, right?
Yeah,
Open Arms.
Actually, you know what? There was. Yep. Yeah, I actually, Jason.
In open arms, nothing.
Now that you mention it, I would say, see, I don't know. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
I don't know actually the song at that. First of all, I'm unclear on when, just like misplacing and losing my keys, I'm kind of unclear where I left my virginity. It was like, was it here or was it over here? I don't, and that bit over there, was that like, I'm kind of like unclear about the whole thing.
It turns out Jimmy was
right. I just know that I lost it.
Right, yeah. We know it's gone.
At some point, it's gone.
Yeah.
And, hopefully I'll find it again.
Jimmy was right, dude. It's a Purple Haze.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so, I'm kind of unclear on that.
I wonder if there's a song about that. I'm unclear. I woke up, and
it's probably a country song.
Right. Merle Haggard,
But I mean, I'm a little unclear on the whole, like, kind of,
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Yeah. I mean, and then it just becomes like levels of losing things.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as first time for everything.
Right.
Well,
Ooh. Well, that was interesting.
Exactly. Read about this in a magazine. Anyway.
What's that book you checked out at the library? I'm not sure I know how to pronounce that. Kama Sutra.
Yeah. But And interestingly enough, all this happened when I was happily married.
It's a family show. It's a family.
Just for those Mike Pence folks out.
Right.
The
uptight brigade.
Great gig, guys. I'm just gonna pack up my drums here, and I'll be late for church. Right?
Woo, gotta go home. Sunday school starts early.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Keep rocking.
Keep rocking.
But yeah. but Journey would play in that soundtrack for sure.
Lights,
so I do know.
Open Arms.
Well, I just think, it's just a lonely
Loving, touching, squeezing. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a lonely girl.
Living in a lonely world.
Yeah,
She took the midnight train.
By the way, here's a pro tip.
Yeah.
I don't have many pro tips about the sex stuff.
Pro tips about sex.
No, I don't. This isn't a pro tip. I don't really have any. No, I don't. There are no pro tips.
I definitely don't. I don't have any amateur tips.
Yeah.
I've got cautionary tales, but that's about it.
I mean, I'm sure you can get pro tips on Amazon, but
anyway,
I did have a pro tip in my head of that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And this is what it is.
Okay.
Don't get drunk.
Don't get drunk.
And sing that Journey song at karaoke.
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Just don't. In fact, pro tip: don't ever sing "Don't Stop Believing"
or
at
any
karaoke.
Journey song.
Yeah,
because Steve Perry has that range where
you get in trouble at some point.
Yeah,
you will get in trouble. Tom Waits, on the other hand,
you can do
good idea.
Or maybe even a Frank Sinatra, you can do that. He's got that baritone range. Luck be a lady tonight. The way you look tonight. Maybe.
But don't stop believing. So many people have tried. Have they tried and failed? They've tried and died.
Right. You landed on the huge high ash heap of failed Journey karaoke attempts that.
Yeah. And actually, if you're smart enough, you don't do that.
No.
But you're sitting in an audience.
No,
karaoke.
maybe Foghat.
Sitting in an audience. Inagata-Davida, actually.
Oh, Iron Butterfly. Well, that's a good one.
Because all you gotta do is just like,
song.
Inagata-Davida, baby. Come on, everybody, sing with me.
Right.
Drum solo.
Right.
Air drums. Little Frankenstein would be a good karaoke too.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Because half of it's just like do 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 do, and like Johnny Winter with drums and do 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 do.
Don't fear the
it's
Reaper.
an instrumental. What are we talking? See?
Yeah. Well, that's when you need more focus, though. You don't have to worry about the lyrics. You just.
We got to go to karaoke. We'll take David Byrne with us. The Alibi.
Yeah.
And we'll just we'll like, you got Frankenstein, right? And we'll just like, just air guitar, right?
And meanwhile, people out there who've never heard the song before, they're thinking to themselves,
Jason,
when does the song start? What's going on?
A few years back, I got a promotional email from someone. Might have come into the radio station promoter. You know how you get them too. You do that, like promoter. You go, hey, here's a big for the National Air Guitar Competition.
Yes, I remember that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The National Air Guitar. Like, it's not even karaoke. It's put on Frankenstein and get up there and...
Yeah, it's not going to work on radio.
You didn't have that on your show, did you?
Air guitar?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because I just realized that's something that you...
No, we had what, Hairfest and other stuff on. But
yeah, but that's right.
That's totally different, yeah.
No, but Hairfest, they actually play the music.
Oh, yeah, the tribute band.
Like, that was coming up. That's cool. We're totally cool. It's a tribute band.
Oh, I love that stuff.
But they actually, you have to play... You have to be in the tribute band and play the part and play the music.
Oh, and tribute bands are the toughest because you not only have to be faithful to it, you better play it good.
The whole thing,
right?
But this was actually air guitar competition.
Yes, I remember those. Yeah.
Nationals, regionals, and nationals.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
What bum bum?
What move do you do in the air guitar competition that wins you the gold medal? Where's the one like the triple axel? You know, like oh my god, I can't believe they did that.
It's like it's like a Frank Zappa instrumental. It's like watch this, little Al Di Meola, you know, and you're just today Birds of Fire by Mahavishnu Orchestra. It's in 11.
Oh my god, he did.
You see, air guitar in 11.
He did Eruption so well.
I know. It's just like
give him
little Yngwie Malmsteen.
Right, Gary Hoey. Oh my gosh.
What does it take to be an air guitar champion?
I don't know.
Not talent, that's for sure.
Could we?
I know. Now watch. We'll get angry letters from the angry letters will come in from air guitar. I was 1992's national air guitar champion.
How dare you? Yeah.
Yes, I did the Neil Sean solo.
Right.
Can't Stop Believing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I brought down the house. I was very good. I spent months with my coach on this.
Yeah.
With my air guitar coach. And that's what you do when you retire from championship air guitar.
Yeah.
Do you become a coach?
Yeah, but I want to be even more specialized than that. I want to be like an air guitar choreographer. Mm-hmm. Because they need choreography. Oh yeah, right? They need to move around. Well, sure. They need to whip their air guitar.
There's a whole team behind an air guitar champion. Yeah. I mean, you've got a coach, you've got a choreographer.
Yeah.
Makeup and style.
Yes.
Acting lessons, probably.
Something.
It's probably it's probably
like mimicking lessons.
Well, no. It's not. You know what? This air guitar thing. It is not what it seems. It takes lots of preparation.
It does.
Shakespeare. You're right.
Oh, easily.
Stage work, stagecraft. Shakespeare.
Presence, right? Boy. You need presence.
Well,
yes.
You probably need a training.
Oh, easily.
I'm thinking like Rocky. I'm thinking like waking up, Burgess Meredith is knocking on your door. It's like you're drinking like 6 raw eggs. You want to be an air guitar champion? Catch the chicken rock. Come on.
Right. You're
up there like training. Running upstairs and downstairs.
Like Rocky Balboa out in the tundra of Russia getting ready to fight Ivan Drago training. Right? And so when you come in there, you take off your robe, you're ripped, and you got your air guitar, and you're ready to go. I want to be an air guitar choreographer, and I've got the perfect names for it. Yeah. I got to change my name, because Jason Allen is so pedestrian. You got to have a good name. I want to be Hans Malone.
Hans Malone.
Hans Malone. I love it. Air guitar choreographer.
I love it.
You know?
And coach.
Coach
Malone. Hans Malone.
You could do
and you had to retire because you sprained your hand in competition.
Carpal tunnel syndrome knocked me out.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I'm done.
Oh, we go back to the old VHS tapes.
Yes.
Like from the 80s, like with the lines in them. It's like,
yes.
Let me show you something.
Detroit.
Let me
84.
show you. When I went up against the Russian.
Yeah. Boy, you can't.
He did Malmsteen.
That's right. Boy, you're not ready for Panama. You know,
I did.
I did. I was there.
Yeah, I did UFO.
Right, but you see, the thing is, you got to pull him out of retirement because he's given it up. He doesn't want to do air choreography anymore because the last kid he coached back in '85 died.
Yeah,
doing an air guitar maneuver, and I'm never gonna do that again. But there's a young, promising kid out there, so he gets, I got to do it. I've got to help this kid. What do you think?
You haven't tried. Malone, I don't like your methods. Malone, you haven't tried that in years, and you failed, and you know it. I was there. I saw it.
Right.
You're not going to pull out the Paganini, are ya?
The dreaded Paganini.
Yes, we're doing the Paganini.
That's right.
Malone, don't do the Paganini. Your kid can't handle it. I'm telling you. He's too wet behind the ears, Malone.
Sit down here. Listen, don't even think about doing Rachmaninoff's number 5 maneuver.
The Paganini?
It's too dangerous for you.
The Malmsteen Paganini?
That's the name of it right there. The Malmsteen Paganini.
They never walk away from that air guitar competition.
Right.
That's ruined so many careers.
They will bury you.
Promising careers in professional air guitar.
Crash and burn, Malone. Crash and burn. I love it. It's a mockumentary.
I want to do a Paganini. You're not ready yet. I want to do the Paganini. Get in there. It's the only way I can win.
Right.
And cut my eye.
Right.
Why?
Cut my
Just
eye.
because, I don't know. Cut it.
And then we need the montage, right?
Yeah.
Where he's training, the training montage, and then you got to have Survivor, Eye of the Tiger in the background.
Yeah.
And he's like doing it like, no, you didn't do it right.
You got Dolph Lundgren up there as the you know, he's just finished. It's like,
I will break you.
and now from the USA, Coach Hans Malone. And so what's the guy's name? The competitor.
Oh,
It's gotta be something like Ralph Macchio kind of.
I got it.
What? Yeah.
But it's got to be this all-American, fresh-faced
Yes.
youth. Bobby Schott.
Bobby Schott.
Because he's like a shotgun, man. He's like a
Yeah.
bullet. He gets up on that stage. Bobby Schott.
Schott.
And Hans Malone. Listen, kid, don't even think about doing the Malmsteen Paganini. Coach,
Bobby
I'm going to do it for you.
And Bobby Schott will be competing with Neil Sean and Don't Stop Believing. And then the hand goes up. Can you change it? Can you change it to the other tape?
Right?
Dun, dun. Eyes go, what are you doing?
At the last
Hans
minute.
Malone, your hands are, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Boy, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that, boy.
And on the tape,
Yeah.
like in felt marker,
Yes.
as there you see the close up of the tape going in, it says Yngwie Malmsteen Paganini.
Yes.
No.
And right when the judges come on, right? That's awesome.
And then like carpal tunnel, like
Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, he's holding it together. He's holding it together.
kid.
Sweat's pouring down, but when the music starts, right?
Hold it
Dun, 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 you like all the judges like bum, bum, dun, you know, like whoa, what is he doing?
He's not doing the Malmsteen Paganini, is he?
He is.
Oh my God, no one's finished the Malmsteen Paganini.
And then you need the two guys that are on air covering it. Oh my God, Chet, he just did it.
Yes.
He did the Malmsteen Paganini.
And then you have a close up of Dolph Lundgren
Yes.
from the Soviet Union.
And he's in shock.
And he's like,
He's in shock, yeah. Because he knows he can't
I could
top
do
that.
it. I could do the Malmsteen Paganini. I could do it too. No, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
It'll destroy you. It'll destroy you. And then, and off on the side,
Yeah.
the dude in the wheelchair who's got his arms
Yes.
wrapped up, his full body.
Yes.
Arms, and it's like, I remember when I attempted the Malmsteen Paganini.
Right.
You know, he's like kind of like Star Trekking, like with the light. Yes, it is the Malmsteen Paganini.
And the chief nemesis tries to do it, but he can't do it, so he falls to his knees, holding his wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's when you know Bobby Schott
Bobby Schott does
had
it.
victory.
Bobby Schott does the Malmsteen
He
Paganini,
pulls it off. Pulls it off.
and the crowd goes wild.
Crowd erupts. Yes.
Flags come out.
Confetti.
Confetti.
Glitter and confetti.
American flags.
Maybe Rip Torn comes running out, or Rip Taylor
Yeah.
comes running
And
out.
American flags.
American flags. Bam.
And then in walks James Brown.
In walks James Brown, the godfather of soul.
Living in America.
Yes. Yes.
I think we got it. Dude, this is pitch number 175 we have for Hollywood, dude.
Yes, and then the backup band is a cameo. They're cameos, so you got to be on the ball. You got to be on the ball to catch this
Malmsteen.
one. Malmsteen's there,
Playing a solo.
right? And maybe
Malmsteen.
Duran.
Ooh.
Simon Le Bon. It's like sitting there because he
I
pulls
like
off
it.
the Paganini,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Pulls off the Paganini, and then they go real quick to Simon Le Bon. Le Bon's
And he's like, that's good. I like it. No, that's good. I like that.
but Malmsteen's out in the audience.
It's that
though.
kind of attention to detail you have in
Yes.
filmmaking, my friend.
Yes, because I mean,
Simon Le Bon with and he's wearing his old beret, and he's
I
kinda
got
like,
it. The guy in the wheelchair
Yeah.
is sitting next to Malmsteen,
Yeah.
and after the guy does it successfully, they reach out and give each other a five.
Yes. Because the guy in the wheel who's got like the full carpal tunnel.
Yes, he
Here we are
can't-
making fun of people with carpal tunnel,
He
but
can't do it.
you know,
We're talking
what can you do?
But we're talking
I
about
gotta
overcoming.
laugh sometimes,
Yeah.
you know. But he, like tears are streaming down. He did it. He
did
did it. He did the Malmsteen Paganini. I can't believe it.
Overcoming adversity. This is inspirational.
But I just see James Brown at the end,
Yes.
singing "Living in America."
Yeah.
Right?
Bobby
Everyone's,
Schott's
like,
up there doing his
this.
encore.
And then finally Dolph Lundgren's like,
Yeah, and he walks off.
You know, no. He kind of like, they always kind of like have the, you know, so Simon Le Bon comes over and
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be good.
But this is perfect, dude. This is why are we not writing this script right
Hollywood
now?
needs us.
I mean, dude, this is, you kind of got the Rocky living in America, that
Yep.
with air guitar.
With air guitar.
And you know, it's kind of Karate
Kiddish, too.
Stuff.
And the movie,
Yeah.
remember the...
air guitar.
Remember the Acrobat movie?
You just know damn well that someone's going to
American
steal
Anthem? Yeah, someone's going to steal it.
And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be an Adam Sandler movie or something. We'll be in the theater going, we could have made money with that.
Bobby Schott has been cast by David Spade. It's going to end up that way, and we're just like, gosh, dang it. But listen, folks, we did it here first. We have intellectual rights, okay?
That's
intellectual
right.
property. You can't steal this.
That's right.
Go create your own screenplay for the ages. We got ours.
Yeah.
You know, and then just wait till the sequel, because you can't leave it at one. I mean, we've got to come back.
How do we do a sequel?
He's got to defend his title.
What do we call this? Bobby Schott, American air guitar champion.
Yeah.
Right?
Or something like iconically 80s. Like what if we just called the movie Champions of Fire?
Oh yeah,
you know, something vague like that, or something with the word
Champions
air in
of Air Fire.
Air.
Champions of Air. Champions of Air. People will go in there and think they're gonna watch like
Champions
a Top Gun 2, but it'll be like,
It's
no,
not.
you're just gonna watch a
air guitar.
crappy little comedy about air guitar.
Yeah.
Champions of the Air.
Yes.
Champions of the, you know, and it's got that like kind of logo with the American flags on it. Because it's gonna kind of
Maybe something short like Flying High.
What?
Flying High.
Flying High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something with air in it though.
Champions of Air.
Champions of
Air. I like that.
Yeah.
But the sequel, how do you top? See, then it becomes really complicated.
Air Kings.
Air Kings. Kind of sounds like a travel movie with
right
with Airstreams, but you know, whatever. Air King.
But you're traveling into the magical land of awesomeness.
Yeah,
you know.
I just don't know how you top sequel
2 tickets to paradise, man.
After you finish, I mean, you know.
Oh,
but you know what? The sequels are sequels. We'll get J.J. Abrams. He'll fix it. Ron Howard. They'll figure out a sequel.
Bobby Schott has got.
It doesn't matter.
He's got to defend his title. And there's a new up and coming kid, new up and coming kid that does heat of the moment. Asia.
No. You know that? Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, a new up and coming kid.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the oh gosh, what's his name? The guy who played with David Lee Roth and those guys. And Zappa. Yeah. That'll be him.
What do you mean played with him?
Guitar.
Eddie Van Halen?
No, not Eddie Van Halen.
You said played with
Van
Halen.
Other, solo.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm drawing a blank now.
Okay.
I'm terrible.
Yeah. I don't know.
And my brain gets ahead of itself.
Yeah.
It's called senility.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's also the reason why I'm vague on the whole virginity thing.
No. You know, some things, you know, they just got into the mists of time.
Virginity is like quantum physics.
Yes, it is.
Every time you try to put your finger on that electron, it's sort of in a different place.
Different ways, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I like this. Champion Bobby Schott.
Bobby Schott, yeah, with Hans Malone.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
God, I'm
and the bad guy's name. We got to think of a bad guy.
Not Steve Smith.
We got to think of a bad guy's name. Victor.
Victor is always good.
Yeah, Victor. I got it. You ready for this?
I have not had enough coffee today.
He's from Romania.
Yeah.
Victor Krum.
Ooh. I like it.
Krumm.
Wow.
Victor Krum. Huh? Yeah. That's it right there. And Bobby Schott, man.
He's driving me crazy.
King of the air guitar.
Steve Vai is the guy. I told you it was Steve. Because Steve Smith. Is Steve Smith?
Steve
Smith was a
drummer for Journey.
No, Steve. No, who am I thinking of? Steve, the other Steve who played with Billy Idol.
Oh, Steve Stevens.
Steve Stevens. There's too many Steves. Okay, there's too many Steves in rock.
Yeah, Steve Vai was in...
Steve Smith, Steve Stevens, Steve Vai. There's too many Steves in rock.
Steve Vai was in the movie Crossroads with Ralph Macchio.
That's what I'm going to say. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
But my brain has not had enough coffee. I've been sick all week. Was the idea that how do you top in the sequel the Yngwie Paganini?
Yeah.
Well, Victor from Romania, what was his last name again?
Victor Krum.
Victor Krum. Oh, and it's, his training regimen. So, Bobby, is it Bobby?
Bobby Schott.
Bobby Schott. Almost Bobby Short.
With 2 T's.
Bobby Schott, yes, Bobby Schott. World air guitar champion. He's running around like he's got like his like NASCAR air guitar.
Tons of sponsors.
Yeah, Ernie Ball, Magic, Ernie Ball, Invisible
Super
strings.
Slinkies.
Marshall Invisible amps, I mean, he's like, we sponsor air guitar.
Just with those, what were those really? See, now now
you're doing me.
The pickups. Real famous.
Seymour Duncan.
There you go.
Seymour Duncan.
Yeah. Humbuckers.
Seymour Duncan invisible air guitar pickups.
Yeah.
Right, he's wearing his whole thing. He's going around in his Airstream, making appearances at malls and various really crappy little community fun parks and stuff like that. Roller coaster ride, cutting the ribbons.
Of course.
Today, folks. Oh, wait a minute. Today we have Bobby Schott, America's and the world's air guitar champion, cutting the ribbon here at Wally World.
Yay!
Yeah, exactly. And so you'd have that.
Wally World.
So he's like that. He's probably not unlike Adam West.
No.
He's probably enjoying.
He's doing it.
And then
living
we cut.
life.
Hot cut. This is the sequel.
Hot cut.
Romania. What is it?
Down in some Eastern Europe, Romania, over by Hungary.
I used to know, like I should know my Romanian geography, right? And it's like the very yellow and dark. It's like an old dirty tile bathtub, dripping water.
Like you would see Dracula's castle there in Transylvania,
water,
right?
Kind of the floor is kind of dirty or muddy, and there he's. Victor, and he's lifting like those big giant weights, like in just some sort of like weird underpants and stuff. It's like, Victor Krum, you will win.
You will win
the air guitar world championship if you train hard enough.
Right, and in one of the shots, right, shots is him. You see the back of him, but you see the mirror image of him training in front of a cracked mirror, and on the cracked mirror, there's like a little. Faded, kind of yellowish newspaper clipping of Bobby Schott.
Yes, with his NASCAR, with all his like Ernie Ball fake strings, and Marshall fake guitars and stuff, and he's like there with a couple babes,
a couple babes on
and
the
American
side,
flags and stuff.
Exactly,
and he's the air guitar champion.
He is,
and Victor Krum.
Victor Krum's coming out to take the title.
Yes, his scope, his target.
Yeah.
And he's just like training. He's eating porridge. Eat your porridge. You have to get strong to destroy this American capitalist pig air guitar champion.
Okay, we're gonna go full Rocky. You ready for this? You ready for this? Hans Malone dies.
Yes, of course.
Hans Malone
has to die in the sequel. What are you, crazy?
Who's going to step in to train Bobby Schott to make the comeback? You ready?
I don't know. No, I don't know. This is a hard one, man.
You got to think back to the first film.
Hans Malone died. Well,
yeah, think back to the first film.
Oh, who is it?
He's his nemesis from the first film.
Oh,
you got to stand up, Bobby Schott. We were in the ring. It's like Apollo Creed, you know.
Oh,
you got to get back up, boy. You got to get back up.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren's
going to train him because Dolph is not down with the Romanian guy. It's like,
no, he's older and wiser.
Yeah,
and even though he's
got a nice
bitter,
apartment, so
right? They have that bitterness.
Yeah,
he's got a soft spot for Bobby Schott. So he's like, listen, you cannot quit. you owe too much to the world of air guitar. You need to pick yourself up.
It's got to be a coming sort of a thing because they're mortal enemies.
They're mortal enemies,
and so we need a lot of backgrounder.
Yes.
J.J. Abrams will be really great for this sequel. Yeah, we're gonna have to get J.J. for our sequel of Bobby Shot.
Paging J.J.
Because we'll have to have the flashbacks, right? Somewhere in Romania. Oh, there's fog.
Yeah,
rolling on the
dry ice. Yeah,
just like kind of almost black and white. Not a whole lot of.
Right? We're talking Casablanca fog.
Yeah,
here,
and then we have the Dolph Lundgren, the Russian guy. Who I guess we didn't give him a name.
Oh,
and he's asleep in his apartment and having the flashbacks, the dreams of the back, winning the Paganini, waking up, and then there's Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby Shot. Right?
Yeah.
And he's like doing the appearance. And then the newspaper opens. Right? And Dolph Lundgren's right there having his coffee. Newspaper opens. Front page, Bobby Shot to appear at Walmart grand opening or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
With the scissors and the thing.
Yeah.
And so he decides to go down there.
He decides to go down there, Yeah.
Meet his nemesis.
Yeah. But at the opening, something goes wrong. I don't know what happens.
I think he gets a call. Actually, he gets a call, long distance.
Yeah.
From behind the Iron Curtain, right?
Yeah.
Is this you? We have something coming. You won't know, right?
Or
something like that.
What about this? Hans Malone knows he's dying.
Well, of course he does.
Right? So who does he sneak the phone call to? Dolph Lundgren.
Yes.
I'm not going to be around. Bobby needs guidance.
I like it.
You need to step in.
Yep.
Yep. So we need to find a name for Dolph real quick. His character, he's kind of a pseudo-Russian.
Oh, East German. East German always works well.
East German.
Yeah.
Eric
Stanz.
Stanz. S-T-A-N-Z.
Eric Stanz. I like it. Yeah, Eric's
East
a good
German.
one. Eric. Yeah.
Eric. E-R-I-K. S-T-A-N-Z.
And oddly enough, through the whole movie, he still wears an East German police outfit. Just like with the hammer and the sickle and the whole. It's like the hat. It's like, could you lose that? It's really kind of like not Americana, dude.
Right. East German border guard hat.
Exactly.
Just,
it's like, okay.
Oh my God.
I like it.
It is. It's a franchise.
It's
right
already
there.
the sequel.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to work out. JJ Abrams.
I even got a third movie.
Oh
ready.
No.
Yeah.
No, dude, look at this.
Yeah. 15 years later.
Oh, of course.
Bobby Shot is married.
Yep.
It's his kid.
I want to be like you, Dad.
Yes.
I want to be an air guitar champion like you.
Yeah.
No, you can't. It almost killed me.
Yeah.
When I did the Malmsteen Paganini.
Yeah. His boy?
I almost didn't make it.
His boy is named Evan. Evan Shot.
Evan Shot. There was blood coming out of my ears. There was blood coming out of my eyes as I did the Malmsteen Paganini.
Mm-hmm. Air Champions 3. The Legacy.
Ooh, yes. The Legacy. I like it.
Hello, Hollywood.
Dude, this is look at this. It's right there. It's right out there. It's right there in front of your face.
We've set it down.
Dude, this would be the summer feel-good movie. You can have your Star Wars, you can have your Deadpool, your Marvel universes.
Ain't nothing.
Air Guitar Champion movie
folks,
will be the summer movie.
Folks, I don't know if you understand what you've just witnessed.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have built it. We have shaped it. We have polished it.
We've made it.
We have wrapped it with a bow, and we've set it down.
That's right.
Right in front of you.
And there it is. So with that, goodbye, everybody. Enjoy.